Hi everybody, this should be the final dragon update for you all. It's taken a while and a couple of bits that I videoed I didn't actually video because I didn't press start, so there's some finishing off on ones that you won't have seen and I cannot share apart from in the final product. The autumn one has been the most nightmarish one to try and get right, but I'm really pleased with it now. So they are all completely finished. So we have 4 dragons: spring, summer, autumn, winter, and I will share them now and do some close-ups and things just for fun, and they'll be on the website, so I'll put a link below, left, right, wherever it goes when you're on YouTube. So if you want to look at them and you want to buy them, then you've seen the making, you know what goes into them all. I hope you really enjoyed the series. It's been really fun videoing it and, you know, kind of exploring my own process. It's fun when I'm editing back the videos to see what I've actually got up to. There's an awful lot of standing around, people, I tell you. But it's been fantastic. I've done one more dragon thing that I'll share later on, but for now, I'll sign off and turn you over to the finished pieces of artwork. Hooray! Bye for now. Starting us off with spring. So, loved her face, love her 3D. I call them her. It could be her, could be him, could be they, whatever. They're just dragons. So overall, obviously spring colours, so a lot of that bright green and the yellows in there as well, but also some nice darks to actually complement and shape, I guess, the body of our dragon. Lots of materials used, so you would have seen me putting on lace pieces like this bit here. Lots of drawing on of sort of leaves and vine, you know, the beginning of spring. And further up, embroidery that was shared. Some of my friends gave me lots of different materials, so that's some embroidery cut out and then painted over. You'll sort of see the mesh background sitting on there. Oh, another chunky bit of embroidery here, which was lovely. So this was actually in purpley colours, which didn't suit, obviously, the spring dragon, but took to colour really well, and you've even got interesting little sort of bobble bits on it. I guess texture doesn't really show up that well on video. Coming through, she's then got a crown of spring twigs, and again the promise of kind of buds coming in, and just really enjoyed doing spring. So I'll put a proper picture in of her. Moving along, moving down in fact, sorry, I moved the wrong way. We've got summer. Now summer dragon came really easily, and she's the one I probably showed the most of the work on, but really didn't need much faffing around with her. If you remember from the videos, there was a bit here that I kept messing around with that had newsprint underneath, but I really like the texture that leaves now, and you can just about still see the printing through it. So these are fascinating as you get closer and closer to them. And again, you know, a bit of the underneath paintings that I did remains on this one. Loving all the lace coming up and round, and again beautiful colours. This was left as the original, so that's her eye just coming through. Some stenciling, if you remember me doing the stenciling and then drawing, sticking on the flowers, then drawing them, making them become 3D and come alive. And yeah, I just absolutely love it. You can still see a lot of the collage and some of the stenciling I did that was kind of the white dragon scales underneath. So I absolutely adore this piece. I think her colourway is beautiful, and I like her positioning as well. I just like her neck, the way it bends over and has the really gentle trailing of, I don't know, fronds, I guess. Some are fronds from her. So summer, absolutely gorgeous. Moves us on to autumn. So I said autumn has been the most painful one to do. Face shape, positioning, curls, tail. I mean, honestly, the whole lot has been a real, I was going to say labour of love, but I'm actually not sure if it was a labour of love at one point. However, really, really pleased, and I think now fits in really well with the rest of the pieces. So she's got very fine detail, again, she, he, who knows, of autumn leaves starting to come in, so I can see it really clearly here. Her eyes are actually, they've got a golden sheen to them. Again, not easy to bring out, but hopefully you can see that in some of the video. And then here is actually some lichen bits that are off the twigs on my birch. stuck down and gone over, so they will last. They will not degrade. Then again, in her kind of headpiece, there's the flames, bonfires, you know, autumn bonfires, etc. And that's got some gold shinies, some dark, and just some sprinkling of, you know, the fact that especially up here in Scotland, you start to see stars again now, and you know, we miss those in the summer because obviously very light skies. So it's lovely to have that darker sky back with us again. Tail, I ended up sticking Art Deco leaves over, so it's just the skeleton of the leaf, and then adding just some glitter. So some gold glitter and some gold paint, particularly down here, there's some gold paint again. Oh yeah, you can just about see it there. But the glitter you can see working its way down and down into this corner. The glittering just really adds something to it. So a real nice bronze colour. Again, lacing, used, painted, just to bring some character. Kind of almost feels a bit Chinesey dragon, this one. Beautiful nostrils in gold. The nostrils are a big deal on the dragons, aren't they? So really cute. And this is one I can't remember if I showed on the video, but putting the buttons on. So these are all the buttons. And then they've had wet strength tissue paper put over them and dyed in, and various bits of gold leafing put over them. So I think here, yeah, there you can see it's like a rose gold leafing as well as paint, just to blend them in. Yes, they're still buttons, but they just really add something to this dragon. I just really like them. And then in the background here, again, I was struggling to get contrast between the dragon and her background. So actually I went in with a bronze stencil, and I did bronze colouring just to strip it back a bit. And I actually really love that effect. I think that is absolutely gorgeous. So autumn is now finished. I am happy, hurrah. And at least you know, like you know when you know it's done, which is great. And then finally winter. So was quite painful for a while because of the face. I just didn't know what was happening. It went too thin, it went too long, it went too fat. But eventually we got there, and I absolutely adore the winter colours and the whole concept of winter. So quite a shaggy dragon to keep warm. Under here you might remember me putting snowflakes and paper and fabric, so you can still see, you know, the fabric sticking through and actually coming out. So you get, you know, this is really textured, this piece. Yeah, so you've got edges of the snowflakes coming through here, and then as you work up, got his again icicles coming out of nostrils and mouth, and then just that shaggy fur, I guess very reminiscent of the Hellion Coos up here. And again, if I zoom in, you can really see texture all over, swirling up, swirling through. So it's not just that the brush strokes have got the texture, she's actually really textured, as you can hear. So some glitter, bit of silver glitter on there. It's autumn, it's winter after all. You've got to have some icicles. And yeah, just really worked on all of this to give that definition between the light and dark again. So we've got that space between head and body. This bit, particularly like leaving, again, kind of icicles, but made of all sorts. So there's some texture paste, there's some material, there's paper, there's a crossword puzzle behind, all sorts of things, just absolutely adored. So that's the dragon set in close-up. And as I said, I will take some decent pictures and get them on my website. Really hope you enjoyed it all. See you all later.